If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that Sixth Sense Fishing comes out with a bunch of new products all the time. One of their brand new products is the Boosa Shakey Worm. This thing is an awesome worm and I've been fishing it for a little bit now, and I want to talk to you guys about my favorite way so far to fish that brand new bait. So before we get into that favorite way to fish this worm, I want to talk about the worm itself first. The official name of it is the Boosa Shakey Worm 6.5. Means it's 6.5 inches. Comes in a 10 pack, and then there's a bunch of different colors on the Sixth Sense lineup. A couple of my favorites so far have been green pumpkin and then the watermelon candy. Really like that watermelon candy, especially in some real clear water where I've been fishing this a lot. That watermelon candy definitely got bit really well. This is a pretty unique worm overall. It's got nice ridges all the way through the body, gets real thin in the tail, but in the top of the bait, full plastic right there, and then all the ridges down through the body of the bait. The nice thicker head is going to be able to put it on a shaky head, shove a nail weight in there, get a good amount of plastic in there if you're going to Texas rig it, or if you're going to nose hook it and use it as a drop shot bait. This bait does float really well, so it's going to be great for the shaky head. It's going to be great for the drop shot. This worm right here is just a good all-around bait. So even though this bait is named the Boosa Shakey Worm, the shaky head hasn't been the best way for me so far to fish this worm. I've been fishing on a Nico rig and catching a lot of fish on it. I've been fishing around brush and clear water, and that watermelon candy magic color has been really good for me. So down in the description of the video, I have a product list. It's gonna have the baits, the rod, the reel, the line. Everything that I'm talking about in this video is gonna be linked down in the description. There's also gonna be some discount codes and affiliate links. Please use the codes, please use the links, so that way the companies where you buy this stuff, they'll know that I sent you. So when it came to putting this Nico rig together, I was using a 1/16 ounce weight in the head of that Boosa Shakey Worm, just throwing that thing into the head of that worm. I like to put it all the way in there, so that way you have that weight in the head of that worm. And then because I was fishing a lot of brush, I had to go with a weedless Nico rig hook. And then I was taking that hook and not using an O-ring or anything and just going straight through the body of the worm, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches down from the head of the worm. And it just looks like this all put together. Because of how buoyant this worm is, when it falls, it's falling like this. It's got the head with the weight in it, and then it's going down. And when it hits the bottom or hits the brush, that tail's gonna be up in the air because of how buoyant it is. And that's what's gonna get these fish to bite, is it's gonna have that tail moving around in that water. You're giving it some shakes or something like that. But the buoyancy of this bait is what makes it great for the shaky head, and then also great for the Nico rig. One thing to take note of when you're fishing a Nico rig, especially in clear water, is to have a good pair of sunglasses. Having a good pair of sunglasses like Waterland Fishing Optics polarized sunglasses is going to help you see those darker areas where it could be grass, it could just be a shade line, it could be a brush line. Those are places where those fish hide out and ambush their prey, and that's where you need to cast your bait. So get a good pair of sunglasses, like a pair of Waterlands. These are the slanch frames in the green mirror lenses. Head over to waterlandco.com, use discount code LUNA15. It's gonna save you 15% off. Now I wanna talk to you guys about the rod and the reel that I was using, along with the line. The rod that I was using is the Sixth Sense Custom USA 7-foot medium. The line weight on here is 8 to 14 pound test, and the lure weight is 1/4 to 5/8. I have the Daiwa Tatula LT. This is the original. I do have the new LT MQ, and I love that reel. This is just the older model. That newer model is also really good. I got a review on that reel if you want to check that out. But then I have 10-pound test CR Smackdown braid to an 8-pound test fluorocarbon leader. This has been my setup for pretty much every single fish that I have caught so far on this Nico rig. This Custom USA rod from Sixth Sense is a high-end rod. It's made in the USA, which is awesome, and it is super, super sensitive. And when those fish get hooked, they do not come off. It's got a nice tip in it to where it's got a lot of give, and when those fish are fighting you back to the boat, that rod is giving that fish a little bit of play, so that way you're not pulling the hook out, it's not getting leverage or anything like that. When these fish get hooked on this spinning rod, they're staying on there. Now, because we have that lighter leader, that 8-pound test leader, you're gonna wanna make sure that your drag is set correctly. Play around with it before you start fishing, and then obviously if you have to adjust it while you're on the water, while you're fighting the fish, then you need to do that. The last thing we want to do is fish hard, finally get that bite, and then lose it because we didn't have our drag set right. And guys, don't forget to go down into the description of today's video and check out the product list that's down there along with the discount codes. If you want to get any of this stuff at the 6th Sense website, make sure to use my discount code LUNA10. It's going to save you 10% off. And then any of the other stuff, the line, the reel, stuff like that, I'm going to put some links to Omnia Fishing. I also have a discount code to them that I will list down in the description as well. Guys, you got to get some of these brand new Boosa Shakey Worms, 6.5 inches. These things are great for right now. You can put it on a shaky head, you can put it on a drop shot, you can put it on a Nico rig, you can put it on a Texas rig. You can do a ton of different things with this worm. It's definitely one to add to your arsenal. Give it a shot. It's gonna catch you guys some fish. If you guys want to watch a video where I was fishing this out on the water and catching fish using this specific setup, make sure to click on the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.